We need to adjourn the special meeting. Then we'll begin our next meeting promptly at 6. I make a motion, we adjourn the special meeting from 5:30. Do we have a second? Mallory, would you please call the roll?
Yes. Mr. DeGrove?
Yes.
Mrs. Isaac?
Yes.
Mr. Rudd?
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore?
Yes.
Dr. Smith?
Yes.
All right. Start again in a minute and 15 seconds.
Okay, all right. Oh, really?
All right, it is 6 o'clock. Thank you all for coming tonight. We're going to begin this meeting as a meeting of the Board of Education in public for the purpose of conducting the school district's business and is not to be considered a public community meeting. There is time for public participation during the meeting as indicated in agenda item 3. If you're interested in speaking during public participation, there are forms on the table in the back that you should complete and give to Valerie at the end of the table. Valerie, would you please call the roll?
Yes, Mr. DeGrove?
Here.
Mrs. Isaac? Here. Mr. Rudd?
Here.
Mr. Skidmore?
Here.
Dr. Smith? Here.
Let's all stand together for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Numeral item 3, recognition of visitors and communications. First, we have a presentation update from the Valley View Performing Arts Committee.
Evening. I'm retired in the morning. So I wanted to thank everybody for allowing me to give you an update of VPAC, and we've had a really great month as far as progress goes. In June, we met with Brad Evans and Brian Gilliland, I have a hard time saying this name, from BSWC, it's an architect firm. And as a committee, we decided that we are going to go with Brad, and he's going to lead our feasibility study. And this study is going to give us a big picture of what this community's interest and financial willingness to give towards this project. So we're excited to see what we find out from the Valley View community. He's going to have a proposal for us. Both he and Brian have a proposal for both the feasibility study and the architect drawing up, and that will happen with Brian and with the committee as we are trying to first decide how much money we're actually going to be able to work with, and then what kind of facility that money is going to build for us. We then can begin our fundraising campaigns for the feasibility study. We have to pay for that first, and then we can start fundraising for the actual facility. We do have good news, and now we have a place now to put our funds once we start collecting them. So the Valley View Music Boosters has kind of adopted us and is going to partner with us and serve as our 501(c) partner. So they will hold our funds as we collect them, and then they will donate them back to us. And then by that time, we're hoping that we will have our own 501(c) status, and then we'll be able to begin paying our own bills. Our future steps are including beginning the fundraising for the feasibility. So that will be our July meeting, which is on Wednesday, and that we'll start discussing how we're going to do that and what that's going to look like for us. And we'll begin creating a social media presence, and as well as building a website so that the community can start seeing what it is that we are about, what we're going to do, and what our dreams are for the community. And then we'll begin, as I said, we'll begin working with the SMC to design the facility and get to know what it is that we're going to build for this district. So we're really grateful that those steps have been made. It's been kind of almost a year since we started the committee, so getting to see some actual steps happening was really exciting, and we're thankful for that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Roman numeral 3B, public participation. Don't think I have any. Roman numeral 4, approval of minutes. Regular board meeting minutes, or regular board meeting of June 1st, 2023, and a special board meeting of June 28th, 2023. You have copies of those in your board packet. And I think, can we do that as a consent agenda and just approve all of those together?
Yes.
I make a motion that we do that. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion on the minutes? Valerie, would you call the roll?
Mr. DeGrove?
Yes.
Mrs. Eisner?
Yes.
Mr. Rudd?
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore?
Yes.
Dr. Smith?
Yes.
Roman numeral 5, building project update.
So we got news today that DKL did find a transformer to be able to get us electric on the site. We'll have that installed within the next 2 weeks and have at least temporary power throughout the building. We'll make all the processes a lot easier once we have that electric. They will start actually putting the roof fabric on the gym this week, on the main high school gym. That'll start this week. By the end of the month, the junior high gym and the music station will also be roofed. The cafeteria kitchen walls, the south side is now starting, so it's starting to get wider and wider now. There'll be more in the junior high floor before we meet again. And the kitchen and cafeteria floors also will be more before we meet again. So things are coming along well. There's a lot of progress on very well.
Thank you. Roman numeral 6, financial reports. Subheading A, recommend the board approve the financial statements for the month ending June 30, 2023. You all have copies of those. Do we have a motion to approve the statements?
Second.
Any discussion? Valerie, would you call the roll?
Sure. Mr. DeGrove?
Yes.
Mrs. Eisner?
Yes.
Mr. Rudd?
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore?
Yes.
Dr. Smith?
Roman numeral 7, new business. A, personnel. Approve personnel action as recommended in your packets as attachment number 3. Do we have a motion to that effect? I'll make a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Valerie, would you call the roll?
Mr. DeGrove?
Yes.
Mrs. Eisner?
Yes.
Mr. Rudd?
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore?
Yes.
Dr. Smith?
Roman numeral 7B, recommend that the board approve the deletion of policy 3120.09 and 4120.09. Before we address that, Joe, would you care to explain what this is about?
Basically, we have a company, Neola, which reviews all our policies. And usually they do it twice a year. So when they come in and revise our policies, and then we bring them to the board to vote. Well, the last time we did that, we forgot to get rid of the old policy. So what this is these are the old volunteer policies that we have. And the new ones are in the policy book now. So that's just what we forgot when we did that.
I make a motion that we approve the deletion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Valerie, would you call the roll?
Yes. Mr. DeGrove?
Yes.
Mrs. Eisner?
Yes.
Mr. Rudd?
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore?
Yes.
Dr. Smith?
Roman numeral 7C, recommend the board approve contract with Shared Resource Service Center for fiscal services effective August 1st through 2023 through July 31st, 2024. Have a motion to that effect.
So moved.
We have a second? Any discussion? Valerie, would you call the roll?
Yes. Mr. DeGrove?
Yes.
Mrs. Eisner?
Yes.
Mr. Rudd?
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore?
Yes.
Dr. Smith?
Roman numeral 7D, recommend the board approve the resolution authorizing grant of roadway easement or dedication, and we have a copy of that. I make a motion that we approve that. Do we have a second? Second. Any discussion? Valerie, would you call the roll?
Yes. Mr. DeGrove?
Yes.
Mrs. Eisner?
Yes.
Mr. Rudd?
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore?
Yes.
Dr. Smith?
Roman numeral 7E, recommend the board approve lunch prices for 2023-2024 school year as set forth in your agendas. Do we have a motion to that effect? Do we have a second? Any discussion? Valerie, would you call the roll?
Mr. DeGrove?
Yes.
Mrs. Eisner?
Yes.
Mr. Rudd?
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore?
Yes.
Dr. Smith?
Roman numeral 8, superintendent's comments.
Basically, I'd like to thank the custodians. Now the school's out, they're doing a lot more work in the building. They're doing all the floors, cleaning the rooms, and they're just doing a great job to get it ready for the 23-24 school year. Maintenance department is the same way. There are several issues that even though there is no school, we may have a problem. For example, we had a little bit of a roof leak out of Farmersville School, and some of the ceiling fell in. So we'll have that repaired before school starts. But they're here, and maintenance and custodian are doing a great job. The new building is going up fast. The weather has been really helpful for us. And I'd like to offer to the board if they'd like to take a ride up and even get out and walk around now, because you can see the hallways developing, and they're very long, and it's very, it's a great project, and it's something I think the community is very proud of.
Roman numeral 9, board member comments. Let's just go, start with Ben and work our way over.
Well, did anybody happen to see the ranking value in the report card thing? I was disappointed in the ranking of value, and I would hope that we concentrate on education more to get us where we used to be. That's all I have.
Stephanie?
Yeah, I'll reiterate that I've been watching that very closely. I've had concerns myself with the academics. And there's a multifactorial problem. I don't think there's one thing that we can say is the sole contributing factor. So definitely have a lot of interest in hearing what Nicole Thomas will have to say when she comes back and regroups and sees what we can do to change things. I know we're hoping for a 5% increase in all of our academics from last year. I'm not sure if we 100% meant that, but anyways, one other thing I wanted to make sure of too is with the price of lunches going up, I understand the cost of groceries is going up and that trickles down as well, but I really want to make sure that we're being sensitive to those students who may or may not apply for free or reduced lunch, even if they are eligible. Maybe there's a concern for a stigma if they do, or if they're treated differently, or somehow other students may find out. I want to be really sensitive to that, and I'm hopeful. I don't know, Joe, maybe you can give us a little more explanation, in the future on how we reach out to those kids who maybe are eligible that aren't taking advantage of this opportunity. To see with cost of everything going up, families really struggling and kids going without food.
We always not, but we make sure that everyone eats.
That is true, but then we also have, from what I hear, a lot of students who haven't, paid for their fees and such, they've tapped on their fees. And so I just want to make sure that if kids are really eligible for it, that we don't ever charge them to begin with, and it doesn't end up somewhere down the road on some of their fees.
Cafeteria numbers are good, correct? Like the funding through the cafeteria, it's always been.
Yes, we are. Yes, and we always make sure everybody eats, and those forms are complimentary. And I think they are in every new enrollment package, and they may even go out every year. And we strongly encourage everyone who's eligible to please apply, because not only does it help in the respects of lunch, but it also helps in respects to our title grants. Or as the need increases, the grants increase as well.
And the reason why I'm bringing that up is for however many people may or may not be watching this video, I just want us to be able to have communication, because I'm not sure if families understand. They be thinking, well, that's for somebody else, not for us, when in fact it may.
Yes, and confidentiality is of utmost concern. So people can be assured of that.
Yeah, so I'll just, I'll reiterate, I did see the numbers, and I mean, again, the first step to fixing a problem is realizing there's a problem and identifying what it is. And so I'm looking forward to, I think we have leadership in place that can redirect, and I'm confident of that. So just like to say that Now, this is a time for excitement and enthusiasm. Kids love to be off for the summer. Stephanie said something at the last meeting, being in her line of work, she sees a lot more kids over the summer because kids are out doing things. Just be safe. Everybody come back healthy and ready for a good school year. You're in just a little over a month and a half. We're getting there. All right. Bob.
I had an opportunity today to drive around the new building, and it really is amazing, the changes in just the last month, 2 months. They did say at the meeting today that because of the good weather we've had, we've been able to make up some ground where we've fallen behind a little bit. We're getting back to more on schedule. The only other thing I had was the Montgomery County Fair started yesterday. Valley always has a lot of students involved. You get an opportunity to go by and go through the barns and talk to the students. Just take your opportunity to do it.
Yeah, I think we had a student, LU student on the front page of the Daily today. So if you guys read it electronically or pick it up, I think that was pretty cool because we do have such a strong showing there. No, I happy to hear about the updates with the school. I mean, obviously you can drive by, you could drive by previously and see. I know there's a lot of headaches with the pike being closed, and we just appreciate everybody's patience on that and getting that road widened so it can be a little bit safer as we bring our students back to the school and have some turn lanes and things like that. Hopefully that will help quite a bit. You know, I hope that we can have further discussions, you know, about our test scores and our report cards. Again, those are not indicative of the progress, and it's a very flawed system, but it is a system nonetheless that we need to pay attention to. And it was rather disappointing to see where we ended up in those rankings, and look forward to looking for the opportunities that we can tackle and hopefully come out a little bit further ahead next year. So looking forward to this new school year starting. I can't believe summer is halfway over.
Last item on the agenda, adjournment. I make a motion to adjourn. Do you have a second? Mallory, call the roll, please.
Yes, Mr. Burrow,
Yes.
Mrs. Eisner,
Yes.
Mr. Rudd,
Yes.
Mr. Skidmore,
Yes.
Dr. Smith.
Yes.
Thank you.
It was 50.